Welcome back to the Dream Activation Center. I'm your host and Dream Activator, David Caldwell Jr. I have been looking forward to these podcasts. Just got finished recording the law of gifting, and it's a very powerful law. It's teaching you that you are created with purpose. You are created with supernatural power, in my opinion, because no one else has the power you have and they have it. And the next law we want to talk about today is what I like to consider, this is a spiritual / mental law. It falls under both pillars, and it is the law of integrity. And this is a law. This is not something you can choose to do or not do it. I mean, you cannot do it just like all the laws of gravity and anything else, and it will break you. The law of integrity. Integrity is a funny word because it's spiritual. It doesn't make sense. It's doing the right thing at all times, right? But what's the right thing? What is right and wrong? What is evil? What is good? Those are things that are, I mean, we don't want to get deeply religious, but when we think of those things, those things are inherent in all human beings. We know it's wrong to take from someone. We know it's wrong to steal. We know that it's wrong to hurt people without a cause. It's wrong to lie, to bear false witness, as you say. It's to tell if somebody came in the courtroom and bear false witness on you, you would look at that person, you would be almost hateful and vitriol. You'd be upset because you're like, how can you do that, right? Because it's wrong. And that's something we expect people to be honest. We expect people to be excellent, on time. We expect people to keep their word, and that's what integrity is. And I have a definition that I've coined. I like to say that I don't lie to myself, and I don't lie to others. Integrity is, we'll call it a sub-pillar of the spiritual laws and the mental and spiritual laws, where if you get integrity and understand your character is who you are at all times, when people are looking and when they're not looking, you will then gain the respect of your peers, and you will begin to, I really believe this is where you set yourself apart from people, because most people don't keep their word. This is why marriages do not last. This is why jobs, a lot of people quit their jobs, because people don't, whether it's the employer or the employee. I've had experiences in my field, in music, and in dealing with people. They just lie. I'll give you one. Some of the hardest things for people to do is say, I'm sorry. I messed up. I was wrong. These are easy words for me to say now, but when I was younger, they were not easy. You have to mature to that. And so everybody, and I believe this, everybody is born with two natures. I believe you're born with, good and evil. I think you know right and wrong. Even from 5 years old, nobody comes to you with a philosophy class to teach you this. What was wrong when that guy punched you in the eye? Somebody take your Capri Sun at 5 years old, you're mad. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you take my juice? You know what I'm saying? We fighting. And at 5 years old, you recognize immediately you stole my juice. Why? Because we have a natural desire to do what's right. And so we also have a natural desire to have justice. Right away you say he stole my juice, he got to replace my juice, right? And that's called justice. That's equity. That's integrity. That's what all of those words mean. If you have that trait, man, you have most of the majority of people beat, because most people lie to themselves. They say New Year's resolution, I'm going to go to the gym every day, or I'm going to go twice a week or 3 times a week, and they do it for a month and then they don't do it no more. And I say this, if you want integrity, first learn to keep your word to yourself. Okay, so phase 1 will be keep your word to yourself, to develop your character, to develop who you are, because you're born with integrity. You know right from wrong. You have it, but you have to, as in every gift, mature it. And like a seed, it matures, it grows, it ripens, and becomes a full tree. Well, integrity doesn't start off so great. You start off kind of raw. You start off kind of, small, if you will. You start off as a seed of integrity, doing the right thing, but kind of falling and not always keeping your word and kind of lying to yourself and not telling people the truth and all of that stuff. But then you learn as you get older, you get better at it. As you start to recognize the what I call the chaos response when you don't keep your word, when you don't honor your commitment. One of the greatest commitments, in my opinion, is a marriage. Because it's two people between them and God, and they say, listen, we're going to do the right thing, and we're going to keep our word. We're going to stay together forever. And they said it sometime at an altar, which is a spiritual thing. You know, you're sitting there before the church and witnesses, and you do this thing, and then they leave that place, and the majority of people will end it over anything. And so it's like, what were you saying at that altar? And I'm not just talking about marriage, because marriage is just one type of agreement. But in all business, in all agreements, in all covenants, in all contracts, there is something about keeping your word. Even as a parent, your integrity. If you want to be a successful parent, keep your word to your child. Don't tell them, you know, sometimes, I mean, and this is not, you know, the best case scenario, but sometimes you don't live with your child. So if you're a father, you tell your child, I'm going to come pick you up, but you never come and pick that child up, you're breaking your word with that child. You're not teaching that child integrity. You're not teaching that child the right thing. All you have to do to know about integrity is think about when somebody lied to you. How to make you feel. You feel like they took advantage of you. You feel like they hurt you. You felt used. You felt abused. Integrity is very powerful because not only is it a force of good and evil, but it's also your brand. Oh yeah, it is your name. If you're a business and you lack integrity, people don't want to work with you no more. You always show up late to work. Nobody wants to work with you. You could be the business owner. If you tell me you're coming to fix something at my home and you're always late, I'm not going to hire you, man. You don't call me, you don't text me, because things happen. I understand that if you get a flat, something like that, but you're always late. You're always the person that's last. You're always the lazy person. See, integrity means that I do what's right always. If you can develop this trait, it will keep you. See, we talked about the law of gifting, right? The law of gifting states that your gift makes room for you. It's very simple. It opens doors for you and brings you before great men. If you're great at something, you'll eventually end up in a great place. But watch this, but your integrity, your character keeps you at that great place. See, if you have a good gift, but you don't have integrity, you'll get a door and you'll be late. You get an opportunity and you'll be late for it and miss your opportunity. And see, I want you to learn that your time, you honor that. That's integrity. Your commitment to excellence, you honor that. You learn the material. You learn what you're supposed to be presenting. If you're a person that presents at a big corporate meeting, you don't know. You didn't read the notes. That's not integrity. Having integrity means that I do what I'm supposed to do. I actually keep my word. And man, that's valuable. I know that many women and men, when they're dating, they're looking for integrity. I know I was. I didn't want a woman that was with me today, but then I call her, she can't answer the phone because she with Johnny down, come lately down the street. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody like that, because integrity is something, you know, it's priceless. How much is your integrity worth? Can I buy your integrity? Can I buy your heart? See, because that's who you really are. When the cameras are not rolling, when people are not looking, you know, one of the things that I really believe is an achievement among any family, man, is I've been married, we just celebrated 17 years married. And I tell everybody, and by the grace of God, no infidelity on my wife's side or my side. You know why that's a great thing? Because it brings such a peace to my children. It brings us a peace and stability to me and my wife. I mean, I've had nightmares of things, and I'm like, man, I don't know how people live like that. And I'm not judging anybody. But what I'm saying about my house is, one, I'm not teaching you integrity and I don't have it. But two, I recognize that other people don't care about integrity. I recognize when I'm at the gym or listening to conversations, just innocently hearing bystanders kind of conversations, people don't have integrity. They lack it. What are you as a married man doing at certain places that's going to cause you not to want to be married no more? Or you as a married woman hanging around that man at the cooler that knows, you know, he like you. See, this is what I'm saying. Don't even flirt with something that's going to pull you away from doing the right thing. Why? Because you know and I know that you're not always strong enough to know how far you'll go until you get into something. You know, a lot of people say, I would never do that. I don't even say stuff like that. You know what I say? I don't trust myself enough to even put myself in that predicament. I remember years ago, people said, man, you don't do nothing, Dave. You know, when I was young, I was married young. So I said, you know, it's not that I don't do anything. I just don't trust my mind to be in certain atmospheres where I'm kind of like lowering, you know, so I don't, you know, drink because I know that it kind of makes you not sober. And so I definitely don't get drunk. I don't, you know, I don't smoke anything. I don't even curse, you know, that messes people up. And I say, you know, but I just want to keep my integrity. I'm a Christian, so it's gonna be difficult for me to be like, yeah, Jesus Christ, and then the next minute I'm cursing. You know what I mean? It's like, which one are you? Keep your integrity. Don't be a hypocrite. Be who you really are. And I'd rather you be that. And listen, and I don't judge anybody. Everybody that know me know I don't judge nobody. Religion, whatever you are, that's your choice. But be who you are. You know what I mean? You're the type of person that says you're going to be married to one wife. Then be that person. You know, there was a lot of famous YouTubers that teach women that they shouldn't look for a man that's going to be faithful. I disagree with that. I think that's atrocious. I think that's something that's hurtful, and that's not fair to women and men to think that they have to find somebody that's going to cheat on them. No, there are people like me that exist. Now, you got to be the reciprocal of the law of attraction. That's a whole nother law. We talk about that later. But understand, if you're a woman and you're waiting for a man with integrity, you have to have integrity. And if you're a man, you're waiting for a woman with integrity, you have to have integrity. If you're a man and you need a job with integrity, you got to be a man of integrity. You're going to attract that kind of integrity when you have it. And so I want you to like, share, subscribe to this channel. I really believe that we're doing good work down the Dream Activation Center. We're not going to learn integrity at college. We're not going to learn that in 12 years of grade school. You know when you learn integrity? In your life. You learn integrity with your life decisions. So many people need this class. They need the class of integrity. I might have to write a book on just integrity, right? Because what you do today impacts your tomorrow. It's a chess game of life. You make one move and it may destroy you for the rest of your life. And people say, man, I don't understand that one move I made. I said, but you made a jugular move. You do something that's just heinous, a crime that's heinous. And you destroy your life. And so listen, integrity means that you're a whole complete. You're the same person today as you were yesterday, and you're getting better. You're never getting worse. You're always learning to do what's right. You're keeping your word at all times. You don't lie to us. You don't lie to yourself. Listen, David Caldwell Jr. here at Dream Activation Center. I love coming to you, coming all the way, whatever country, whatever city, wherever you are. I want you to feel free to leave comments, share, subscribe, and make sure you share this. I'm aiming at children. I'm aiming at, this is a family-friendly YouTube. I want people that are thinking about college, that they're thinking about college in high school, and you know, and the people that are at jobs and feel like they're at dead ends. Your dream is connected to your integrity. Your brand is connected to your integrity. Everything you do is going to be baked on your name. And so when people say your name, what do they think about? Do they think about your law, the law of gifting? They think about what you do well, and then they should also think about your character and how you do it. They should say not only are they good at it, but they show up on time, prepared and ready. All right, listen, have a blessed day. God bless you. And the Dream Activation Center, look forward to posting more videos, and like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.